North Syracuse, New York. They have been open almost 2 weeks here, and of course people know up in Pompey, the Heritage Hill Brew House. So we appreciate them having us here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Tonight is a spotlight on the North Stars, and we are here with CNS North Stars Boys Lacrosse. I have Cy Liberman and Tyler Milewski here, and please give Tyler and Cy a round of applause. Show them some love for the community. So Tyler, I'm going to start with you here. Obviously this season you guys got a pretty good record. Started things off pretty strong. Favorite thing about this team, specifically this season, what do you love about being on a team with these guys?
I feel like the team is super close this year. We got a lot of young guys and good seniors for leadership, and it's just bringing everything together more than I feel like we have had in the past years.
So leadership-wise, you're seeing that. Leadership guys coming together, finding that connection. So Cy, for you, what is it about, if you had to describe this team in 3 words this season, what would you say?
Honestly, I would say keep being relentless. That's kind of been our little model that we're going off. Just keep being relentless, keep doing everything that we can to win, whether that's a certain guy stepping up in a certain position or just anything. Just keep being relentless, keep winning.
It's crazy that I've known your dad, Ari, for a long time, and it looks like a mirror when I look at the face right now. It does. Is that good or bad, Ari? Most of the time it's good? All right. Okay. So, Cy, for you, to be a North Star means what, right? Because you're wearing that across, you've got CNS across your chest. What does that mean to you if you had to describe it in a few words?
I definitely take pride in wearing the North Star, especially playing under these guys. They really make it as it is. So my pride wearing the North Star comes from playing under those guys and next to my teammates as well.
What about you, Tyler?
Well, I feel like it's just everyone versus North Stars always. We just got to stay together and just beat them every time.
Now, there's different rivalries that come up, and sometimes I'll hear a certain team here, a certain team there, this sport is this sport is that, but I hear CNS a lot. What does that mean to you? Like you said, it's CNS versus everybody, North Stars versus everybody. What does it mean to you that there are schools that circle you every year, Tyler? I'll start with you.
I like it. It makes every game a big game, so it just makes you anxious to play, use the nerves to play hard.
Cy, for you?
Yeah, same thing. Just the more people that hate on us, that's just more people that we can upset. Keep winning, keep doing better.
So we got Chuck Wilbur, who was just up here, your head coach. He's off camera here, right off to the side. We do something on my show called Tell Me Something Good. I want you, Cy, and then Tyler, each of you to tell me something good about Chuck Wilbur.
Man, he knows everything I've ever heard about lacrosse ever, and I think that's the best thing as a coach about him is that you can always take his word to be truthful. He's just a lacrosse junkie, as I like to call it.
All right.
One thing I'd say is no matter what's going on in the game, if there's timeout and if the team is flustered, he always just tries to get the team back together and get collected again.
So getting the team back together and being extremely knowledgeable, having a lot of wisdom. So now it's time to say something good about each other. Tyler, tell me something good about Cy.
Well, I've known Cy like my whole life, it's like brother to me, but I'd say we just trust each other. Just trust and loyalty.
All right, fair enough. Trust. Cy, you heard trust on this side. What do you give back? What's something good about Tyler?
And definitely, like he said, he's like a brother to me. We've been together our whole lives. We definitely trust each other on and off the field, so that goes both ways. And I'd say he's just always down to do whatever I'm down to do. Like he's always got my back no matter what.
All right, always got your back no matter what. Whose house would you rather hang out with? If you could pick anybody on the team, anybody whose house you want to go to have like a team sleepover, somebody's cooking, there's a bunch of fingers being pointed right now to your mom.
Yeah.
So is it the Liberman household?
It tends to be the Liberman household. We had a team dinner there not too long ago. Same thing for him too. We're always there.
Okay, so would you concur, Tyler? Do you think it's the Lieberman household, or do you pick another house?
It's definitely a Liberman household. I mean, that's like my second house, so even if it doesn't have to do with the team, I'm still always there.
All right, fair enough. So, is mom cooking?
Mom's cooking.
Mom's cooking.
Mom's cooking.
All right. What is mom making? If mom could make anything this week? Let's say this weekend team dinner, Lieberman house. Ari, I'm sorry that I'm putting this idea out there, but he keeps shaking his head to me. I apologize. But if this is going to happen this weekend, what's the one thing you want mom to make? So I want to hear from you, and then Tyler, I want to hear two different things that you want Mrs. Lieberman to make.
I'm gonna go with her famous chicken riggies. To be honest, a lot of the boys know them. Most of them have had them, but they're pretty legendary. And she makes them a certain way, and it's not a specific way. She just kind of goes on her own way, depending on that day. So it's always different, but it's always good.
Okay, Tyler.
Well, out of all the times I've been at that house, I think the last team dinner was the first time that I had her brownies, and those were pretty good.
So brownies and chicken riggies. That's a good night. All right, fair enough. So I want to go to some other things about your teammates because they're sitting here right off camera as well. So Tyler, I'm going to start with you. Who is the class clown of the team? The person you can always rely on for the jokes, always to get you to feel good, to laugh if you're having a tough day. Who's that guy?
I'm gonna have to say Tanner Kempney. He's always dancing in the locker room. He's always doing some funny stuff. You never know what's gonna come out of his mouth. He's just all over the place.
All right. So, Cy, on the other side of that, who's the dad of the team? Who is the student athlete, your peer, that is the one that is going to make sure everybody's at practice, make sure that you get to sleep on time, that you got everything you need? Who would you trust to take care of the team if Chuck Wilbur handed it over to one of your teammates?
Honestly, I'd say myself. I kind of find myself in that role. But if I had to choose someone other than myself, I would choose Leighton over here. He's always got everyone's back, making sure everything's running smoothly.
All right. I've been broadcasting for over 20 years. I've never had somebody pick themselves. But I appreciate your honesty, Cy. I really do. So before we get into rapid fire, this season's team specifically, when you look at everything you've been through already, what has been the best teachable moment for the team this season so far, Cy?
So far, I would say just losing to Jenny last night is definitely a big teachable moment. Definitely something that we can learn from on and off the field, I think. Just keep staying together, keep trusting each other, and keep trusting our system, and we'll be just fine.
So you picked the West Jenny game as the biggest teachable moment. Tyler, what's your favorite memory from this season so far?
I'm gonna just have to say just the locker room and the bus rides with all the boys. It's always, you never know what's gonna happen, and it's always a fun time.
So who is in charge of the music and for a travel game?
For the music, I'd say, well, it could be like me, Cy, sometimes Hacker will be on it. We have Chase, who's our team manager, he's normally on it, but all different types of, it's normally rap we listen to. But,
Normally rap.
yeah, but we'll play like some throwbacks in the locker room before practice maybe.
How far back is a throwback?
Like 2010s, 2000s.
Give me the mic. No, you don't get the microphone anymore. So 2010 is not a throwback.
It's
And
a throwback for us.
I've had the conversation before with other student athletes in the community. They said, we listen to some old stuff, some throwback stuff, and they're going to like the beginning of Drake. Like, if you want to go back, you have to go to like, if you're going rap and you're hip hop in that world, you're going to Notorious B.I.G., NWA, Run DMC, Snoop, Tupac. So, Cy, you're actually agreeing and nodding your head with me. So please show me that you know that a throwback goes a little bit farther than 2010.
Yeah, I know a little bit of throwback rap just from listening with my dad. So like NWA, Easy, Ice Cube, Snoop, all those guys. I listen to those guys a little bit, but we keep it new school nowadays for the most part.
Okay. So with that being said, we're going to jump into rapid fire. You're getting to know the CNS North Stars boys lacrosse team on site, on location. Wake up call with Dan Tortora here at Heritage Hill North. Make sure you come out here and support Heritage Hill. You know them from Pompey, and now you have them in North Syracuse. It is time to play rapid fire. You guys get two, I get two. So, Sai, you get to ask me the first question we got.
I had to say, I'm a pretty big ice cream guy. I don't know if you are, but that's what I'm willing to find out. What's your favorite type of ice cream?
Favorite type of ice cream? Well, I've worked with Carvel DeWitt for almost 12 years now. They were our first partner in my business. So, love the Carvel ice cream cake. I'm not saying that because we work together. I don't think there's any other ice cream cake. But if I had to pick like a type of ice cream, I'd probably go chocolate chip cookie dough. Nice. I think I gotta go cookie dough. Because they teach you as a kid to not eat the cookie dough, and then with the ice cream you can eat the cookie dough. So I'll pick that. All right, Sai. There's so many places I could go with this side. All right, so how about this? And I know I'm gonna get text messages from your dad after this because I keep involving him, but. So for Ari, if you had to play your dad a theme song every day, what theme song would you play when he walks into a room?
Honestly, I think I would play Gin and Juice by Snoop. that would be the song of choice right there.
I like that. Tyler, what's your question?
I'm guessing you traveled for work with what you do. What's your favorite place that you traveled for work doing this?
Favorite place I've traveled for work. That's tough. Thank God I've been to a lot of places. I would say, that's really tough. Probably, you know what? Probably the Garden. Probably be Madison Square Garden. I mean, I got to go to the last Syracuse Big East tournament, and when they beat Georgetown, and people forget Bai Musakeda had a bunch of free throws that helped the team win that game. But being at that, and then 9 years later, going back to the Big East tournament and reaching out to, I want to shout out John Paquette of the Big East. I reached out to him, I said, hey John, I'm a broadcaster, this is what I do, and I gave him all the info, so I was like, I'd like to have a credential. He said, I remember you, I know your podcast from Syracuse, and I was put right through. So the Big East has always been good to me, and by the way, they still play basketball there. That's not, like the ACC is very soft. And I love the ACC, but the officiating is very if you touch someone with your pinky, it's a foul. In the Big East, you can literally just bang into each other repeatedly. So I went to the ACC tournament at the Barclays the same year that the Big East was obviously at the Garden. And so I went to see a couple games in the ACC, and then I got on the subway and went over to Madison Square Garden. So I got to see the juxtaposition in the same day. And I'm not kidding with you. A guy went like this in the ACC, foul. UConn game, guy hit him, nothing. Hit him again, nothing. Positions again, they called a foul the third time. And I just remember sitting there like a little kid going, oh my gosh, basketball still exists. So I probably have to shout out the Garden and the Big East, and there's nothing like the Garden. When you look up at the ceiling and you see that wood circle, and I remember I sat down, I looked up, and I said, there's no place in the world like this. The Garden it's the best. So Tyler, for you, how about this? We'll stay with travel. This is going to be a three-part question. You can go anywhere in the world. Where do you go that you've never been? You could take one teammate, and you could take one celebrity. So what's happening?
Well, my teammate's probably going to be Sai.
Yup.
Celebrity. Who do we find that's funny?
Who is funny?
Nah, he's an artist.
Yeah. Oh, celebrity? So, I don't know. Could be an athlete.
I'd like to go to Italy. Place.
Italy
with Sai, and for a celebrity, I would say. LeBron.
The GOAT.
I want to try something in the room for a second, because there's all different ages in the room. If you think that LeBron James is the greatest NBA player ever, please clap. If you think Michael Jordan is the greatest ever. Okay, and I want to do this too, Kobe Bryant. No Kobe. So, a little bit for Kobe, a boo for LeBron, and cheers for Michael Jordan, which is the correct answer. So, the final question that you have for me, Sai, is what?
I don't know if you're a soccer guy at all, but
Yeah.
who's your goal in soccer? You got Messi or Ronaldo?
Good question. Messi or Ronaldo? I feel like I'd pick Ronaldo because there's more maybe history of me knowing about him than Messi. So I might go back to Ronaldo, but
They just won the cup.
yeah, and Messi, I mean, he has this commanding presence that wherever he goes, people want to just watch him play. So that's a tough question. I'd probably say Ronaldo, but that's like a 51-49% for me. All right, Si, my last one for you. What is the one food that you can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of your life and never get sick of?
I'm gonna go with chicken wings, to be honest. I love chicken wings no matter where they're from. So I'm gonna go with chicken wings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
All right, and what flavor?
I'm always a hot buffalo, no matter what. I'm not scared of the hot.
All right, so hot buffalo. All right, Tyler, what's your last question for me?
We're both big gummy candy guys, like we eat them before the game. So what's your favorite gummy candy?
It's really funny that you said that because I was down in Disney and just today brought my buddy back the Disney like gummy stuff. So I probably have to say there's the worms, there's the Sour Patch Kids. I don't know. There's the blue raspberry. I feel like I'd probably choose that, but I haven't tried the one that I got my buddy yet. I probably have to say Sour Patch Kids because I've had them forever, and I like the lime one, and a lot of people don't like the lime. So I always pretend like I hate it. They're like, oh man, all I got is green left, I'm gonna throw them out. I'm like, if you're gonna throw them out, why don't you just give them to me? They're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'll tough it out. But it's my favorite flavor, so I would say lime. All right, Tyler. If you were president of the United States, and you can't pick Cy because you already picked him to go on the trip, so you're president of the United States, I want you to tell me which teammate you would trust to be your vice president and what your slogan would be.
My teammate, I'd probably have to say, I'd probably go hacker.
Okay.
And my slogan.
It's a couple words, like 3 words. Any slogan.
Vote me, be more free.
Hey,
Vote me, be more free.
I like it.
I like it. All right. So with that being said, we have Tyler Milewski as well as Cy Liberman, myself, Dan Tortora, here with CNS Boys Lacrosse Team at Heritage Hill North, 628 South Main Street, North Syracuse. We have one more piece left with 2 more of your teammates. Round of applause for Cy, for Tyler. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.